So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down?
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Evans with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Carr now on 1st down. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Give him 32 on the play. Shotgun now for Carr. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Darnell Mooney, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They give him a gain of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Hines on the toss play. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Nyheim Hines with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got a man over the middle, it's Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw his Carr. He sets up the screen to Jones. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Now Carr. Able to connect with Mims. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. the gun. Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. They'll run on first down. Hines. This time a spin. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Nyheim Hines with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. And he'll be out right at the 35.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Austin Hooper. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Carr completes it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And that is going to be incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Operating from the gun. Jones. It's caught by Hooper. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. He'll get this one to Pittman. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Over the middle to Evans. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 39. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. At the 39-yard line. Draw play. This is Hines. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here's Jones on first down. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Hines. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 14-yard line, 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Carr. And his throw here's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr, he'll air this one out for Mims. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Anderson a first down and more. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From midfield, here's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
He's going to take another shot here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
On play action, now Carr. Got a man, it's Mims. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Throwing on first down is Carr. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Pride. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want.
Mike Evans, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Evans with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Throwing his car on third down. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. To throw, it's Carr. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the 29, Carr. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Carr now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Bills send the punter out as he's on it. And oh, sneak attack. They're going to run for it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The fake punt gets him 10, and that changes things as they've got a first down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tanner Muse came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a play fake. Carr toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Troy Pride. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. And maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it an onside kick.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Nyheim Hines with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game. They're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They'll run it with Jones. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 3rd and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. This is Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. From the gun, it's Carr. And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
They'll go with Boone. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the carry, it's Boone. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Boone breaks free again, and he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again, so another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
He'll air this one out from Mims. And my goodness, another interception. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
56, check 56. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Mike 56, Mike 56. Yeah, you don't want none.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Carr. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. On first down, Carr. Man open left side. It's Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr, he's going to launch this, and this is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your seat.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills claw one back.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Again, they're going to go with Boone. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll find Pittman. He's at the 40. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run with Boone here. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that'll be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he was unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. The kick by Bass is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time.
And it'll bring up third down. Carr to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Dante Jackson picks it.
It's a big one now. It's a big one.
Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it.